Does being a pro give you any better chance at Paris Games Week? I think not.
So actually I came home from school one day. It was around late January, and one of my friends from Ireland, Owen, just texted me, and he sent me a screenshot of what Philadelphia Union posted on Twitter, because obviously I didn't have Twitter at the time, and he was on it. He's like, you should definitely do this, like you might have a good chance of winning this. And I kind of read about it, and I seen like it was free and stuff, so I was like, what, like why not just give it a go, like I've nothing to lose.
There are other clubs based their selection on other criteria they looked at, but the people from the union decided to sign their player. They based it on a competition.
When I first heard about the competition for FIFA, it was when we were pushing him to get a job. We wanted him to get a job in the restaurant industry. So he kept saying he was going to fill out forms, and then he said, actually, I got myself a job. And he was all proud, and I said, what are you talking about? He said, I'm going to be a professional gamer. And I said, what? I said, what? So I said, well, while you're working on that, get a job that pays you every week, because I thought this was like so far in the future. Little did I know. And they said, have you ever heard of King of Prussia? Because that's where the original competition was. And Cormac said, yeah, it's like 15 minutes from my house. He didn't even know about the competition. So he entered the competition that day, and he wound up winning, which put him into the union competition that was held down at their stadium, which was huge. And we didn't know what was going on, but Seamus brought him, and myself, Kirby and Saoirse stayed at the house. And Seamus kept ringing us and saying he won this round. He'd ring back and say he won this round. And he just kept calling back and saying that he was winning these rounds. And I was saying, oh my God, he's going into the quarterfinals or whatever it was. And he kept winning the games, and the finals were going to be live streamed. So we learned about Twitch, went into Twitch, and we were watching it, and I called one of my friends. Her and her son were watching it as well, and we were just screaming down the place. I'm sure the neighbors thought, what the heck is going on over there?
Our grand final here today with Dulce and OVO6.
Two incredible players for
Should
all the
be
marbles.
an unbelievable run of potentially 3 games here.
Coming in that day, I was expecting to win it all, since I wasn't really familiar with the players on site, but I thought I was going to win it like 100%. But went to the final. That's where I played Dulce.
One home with his left foot. Dulce's on the board early.
I actually knew the guy he was playing against because Cormac, a few weeks prior, came up and was very proud of himself that he had beat him. And I think he said he was ranked like 10th or something.
Wow.
Big time goal by OVO. You can't count this guy out.
I said, well, he's beat him before. So I sent him a message, you've got this. Like, you've beat him before. Don't worry about it, relax, kind of, which I'm sure he was like not wanting a text from his mother at that time.
Tension is definitely high for this extra time. Game 1 of 3. Dulce, almost an incredible finish.
Dovio, fresh feet, is he gonna do it?
The turn. He finds the bottom corner with his left foot. A big win for OVO.
He lost in overtime in the first game, and then he beat him in the next 2.
This is it. Or is
2
he going to
minutes of
blow the
extra
whistle?
time.
Just trying to see the game through here. Dulce, he passes back in the middle, and Bale scores in the 90th. That's
that
the
is
tournament.
it.
That is the tournament. A huge goal by Dulce.
He beat me in a best-of-3 game. I have to give it to him. He was a great player that day. But yeah, that's what happened.
And we have our representative from the Philadelphia Union. How do you feel?
Oh, it's just surreal. I can't believe it. I didn't really expect to win this, but it's over my head. I just can't really believe I won.
I said to him, you are the first pro gamer rep for the union, and you will always be the first for them. That will never change. And if anything ever comes up, when somebody Googles you, it'll be Dulce, Philadelphia Union FIFA pro gamer. So that's something that he's, he probably doesn't even realize the magnitude of it at the moment.
Coming here a year and a half ago for your father's new job, did you ever think you'd be representing the city of brotherly love in an esports competition?
No, I actually didn't think that at all. I didn't even know about the tournament. A few of my friends in Ireland told me about it. They seen it on Twitter, so thanks, Owen, for telling me about this.
So yeah, basically now I'm a pro athlete. I was signed by the Philadelphia Union in February on an original 6-month contract, but I'm actually renewing it for another year, so I'll have my professional status for for another while.
I don't know how he does it. These big competitions and the pressure of knowing that he has to go up against some of the best in the world. And some of these guys are 25, 30, and they're professional gamers for years, and they've been making money at it for years.
It's kind of funny to think about. Yeah, I always envisioned myself wanting to be a professional athlete, and you know, like soccer, but you know, I'm a professional athlete in virtual soccer, so not the same, but it's close to it.
So this is my room pretty much. It's where I spend most of my time, kind of, because I got the basement. It's the Irish sport I play called hurling. Probably my favourite sport. Right there, I actually won man of the match, as they call it. It's MVP. I played a bit over here, but it's not like full scale like it was in Ireland, so I kind of miss playing this a lot, but yeah, it is what it is, you know, you have to sacrifice a few things. Ready to play some FIFA? Of course. Yeah, careful on me. I'll show you down to the bachelor pad. See what you want to do.
The big first FIFA tournament of the year, the Continental Cup, it's going to be on in Paris at the end of October. I've only played at one live event before, and that was the MLS Cup, but this is kind of like my first real big like continental one. Watching the tournaments last year, these guys have been to like tournaments in the double digits. They've been to so many. You know, I really feel once you're at those tournaments, it's a level playing field. Like, especially after I, you know, got the first nerves out of my first ever like tournament at MLS Cup, I think I'll be a lot more like settled down. I kind of know what's going to happen this time around. When I won the Union tournament, no one knew who I was. So there definitely is players out there that don't have, like, no one knows who they are, that are really good, okay? So, you know, I never like to be too confident. Like, I definitely would respect them a lot, because I kind of came up through the same way from being a nobody. So I think they'll give me a tough competition, definitely. So basically, you boys know that I'm going over to Paris for a FIFA tournament, and I'm going to be on, like, this TV show on FS1. Would you consider it a sport?
What, FIFA?
Yeah,
of course.
You would?
Yeah.
How many other like Americans are
So it's gonna be me and then 2 other American gamers who like win like 2 online qualifiers, and then the 3 of us will head over to Paris. And then there's gonna be like mostly then like against Europeans and stuff, other guys from around the world. We're just 3 Americans. Like you see how much like all the behind the scenes work and like how much people practice and like pay, like spend on this.
I consider it a sport for the mind, you know.
For the mind.
Training, yeah.
Duelster, playing your PlayStation at home does not mean you've got game playing on the international level.